Hi everyone, my name is Leah Marino and this is my week 6 presentation on digital maturity and specifically the case study of GroupM India, the human dimension of digital transformation. So a quick overview to get us started here. I'm going to begin by talking a little about the case study itself and what GroupM is. Next, I'll move on to address what GroupM's digital maturity is based on our Achieving Digital Maturity article from earlier in the week. Then I'm going to address the gaps in the domains of several important parts of GroupM, including the product, profile, people, and partnerships. And I will be giving one initiative for each that could be beneficial for the company. So, who exactly is GroupM? To begin, they are the world's largest media investment management company. So basically this means that GroupM creates various competitive advantages for advertisers with its organization of media experts. They deliver various insights on consumers and media platforms, trading and expertise, brand safe media, technology solutions, content, sports, and more. In 2012, they secured close to 35% of the market share by drawing in $90.8 billion. The case study in particular questions how the Indian subsidiary of GroupM can sustain its growth and profitability with the changing mobile and digital infiltration of the market. A new CEO by the name of Srinivas enters GroupM India and begins to express his thoughts on developing a roadmap to help perform a digital transformation of the company. In this case study, I would rank GroupM as being in the early stages of digital maturity. In the article, Achieving Digital Maturity from earlier this week, early maturity groups were rated as 1 to 3 out of 10 out of a 10-point scale on whether or not their organization is transformed by digital technologies and capabilities that improve processes, engage talent across the organization, and drive new value-generating business models. Two main reasons led me to believe that GroupM India falls into the early stage. First, media planning and buying began to stop growing as rapidly as some of the non-core areas. Because of the rapid change with mobile technology, GroupM India's main core business strategy of media planning and buying began to fall behind. As Srinivas saw it, the company was resting on their laurels. It was obvious that they knew change had to be made, but no one was taking the steps to make these changes happen to adapt to the digital growth. These traits are very similar to some of the ones described in the Achieving Digital Maturity article. Okay, now moving on to addressing some of the gaps in the company's product. GroupM's main focus is on traditional media, television, print, radio, and cinema. However, CEO Srinivas found that around 70 to 80% of their clients were now talking about advertising through digital media. So what are some of the priorities for Srinivas to make the change from traditional media to digital media? First, I believe he should begin to scale some small digital experiments throughout the company and eventually turn them into enterprise-wide initiatives that will have an impact. Ultimately, however, GroupM's leadership is going to have to create some systematic changes to spur innovation and cultivate a digitally minded culture. One initiative I would recommend for Srinivas would be to create a particular group of employees partnered with one of their clients or agencies who begins digital advertising through mobile means. This is a great way to get the company headed in the right direction, and it also allows for plenty of growth if they find that their tactics are paying off. Next, looking at the profile of GroupM India. Again, many of their clients were in traditional businesses such as automotive and luxury brands. In order to keep up with the changing times, the company needs to reorient itself to specialize in the new economy categories such as consumer internet and technology clients. Obviously, this is a big issue for the company's image as people might not perceive them as able to accurately advertise through mobile platforms. As we discussed last week, the image of a company is critical to that company's success. So first and foremost, to address this issue, GroupM needs to commit to making digital the new core of their organization. Their current core is still relying on traditional methods that will ultimately fail at keeping them in the top media management position. To do this, they need to secure leaders like Cernovus who have the vision necessary to lead this new digital strategy. And finally, they need to be able to commit the resources needed to achieve their vision. This includes funding, staff, and new business ventures. The first step I would recommend would be to try to orient the company's image to show that the company is adapting to the changing digital times and has the resources to do so. This can start from press releases, emails to clients, commercials, news articles, and any type of publicity that can inform the public of the changes taking place. Obviously, GroupM has to follow through with these changes, but by combining the various points throughout this presentation, they should be able to do that. Next, let's look at some of the gaps in the people and staff at GroupM India. To grow their digital maturity, GroupM needs to retain, nurture, and motivate their talent within the middle and lower levels across various agencies. Again, the Achieving Digital Maturity article emphasizes investing in digital talent. If you don't use your talent correctly, you will eventually lose them to other agencies who will. So what are some of the key priorities for addressing this? GroupM needs to become talent magnets, meaning they need to have the resources and opportunities in place to allow their staff to grow their digital skills confidently and effectively. By making it easier for their employees to make this shift, staff members won't be jumping ship to other companies. Again, this comes from cultivating a culture and organizational structure that enables digital maturity. If there is no structure and set up to the digital strategy, staff and clients will be confused, and the digital resources would go to waste ultimately because it would never take off. I would recommend that GroupM begins to educate their staff members and allow them to collaborate across various organizational boundaries immediately. Walmart is a great example of a company doing this, as they are putting a focus on bringing digital talent skills to the entire organization and creating collisions between associates who don't normally work together. This is a great strategy for GroupM to follow suit in. Additionally, if GroupM can educate their staff on the new digital strategy, how to achieve it, and give them the resources to innovate, the company will have no problem becoming more digitally mature. So, as GroupM India is still in the early stages of digital maturity, they're obviously not fully equipped or ready to advise clients on various mobile opportunities. They need to form a partnership. More specifically, they need to find a partner company to help them and enlighten them on making the best decision possible. In order to do this, they first need to establish what their digital goals are. What do they want? Cernovus clearly states in his vision for the company of having digital at the heart of everything they do. He wants to create a digital culture and provide digital solutions to clients with new ideas and new approaches. With these goals set and in mind, the company can then begin by looking into the future and playing the long game. By partnering with the company now and educating themselves, the leadership group can start to decide where they want to be in 5 years, most likely no longer needing a partner company to show them the ropes. I would recommend looking for a partner company that is successful in the same company goals. For example, Life Marketing is a full award-winning social media management company. They offer social media services, search engine services, and website design services. Partnering with a company such as Life Marketing, who is very successful in the digital world, would be extremely helpful for GroupM and the easiest way for them to capture their goals. So that's my presentation on GroupM India and their path to digital transformation. Thanks for watching.